Funny how those things work out, isn't it? That's what your peers said. You know, I remember I had to get up a week ago and present a senior leadership award. Like I was going to pick between those two show ponies. And I just want to say one more time, Landon and Spencer, you are as talented people as young people I've ever met. You're humble. You show the best kind of leadership, which is compassionate, servant leadership. And I look forward to following your careers. And if I can ever do anything for you, please let me know. I've been honored to be able to work with you for the last 4 years. Thank you very much. Our major awards, please.
The next award is the Sergeant Major Brookshire Leadership Award. Myself and the Colonel came up with these a couple years ago, and it kind of just our personal opinion who kind of impacted us the most throughout the year. And once again, we have a tie, but the first individual I recognize for the Sergeant Major Brookshire Leadership Award, this is his first year in the program. He come over from Sun Valley. He was, right away, he set the standard, he moved up the ranks. He's our first sergeant now. He shows leadership each and every day. I wish we had him over here for the last 3 years because he has truly been an outstanding leader, and I think he's got a great future ahead of him no matter what he decides to do. So, Jose Diaz, come on. And the next one is the first time, second time she's won this award. She won it last year. Spencer Higgins, go. It was my honor and privilege, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to be invited to the top 20 academic dinner by Higgins.
It was teacher prom. He went to prom with me.
Teacher prom. Teacher prom. But anyway, so most of you didn't hear her speech, so I'm kind of going to say the same things again, but she's done an outstanding job for the program the last 4 years. She's a dedicated leader. She leads by example. She's usually the first one, well, not always the first one here, but she's definitely the last one to leave. There's many times myself and Colonel usually stay here till the last drill cadet leaves for practice for the night. Sometimes I just had things to do and I would say, can you stay? And she was staying anyway. So she was always here. Her dedication and determination. Last year when she started working for the Naval Academy, she couldn't run that far, but she got better because she's down the track running every day. She's doing push-ups, pull-ups, and now she could go easily 3 miles with no problem. And like I said before, she's a patriot, as we know her and Klaus both, and all the others. In this uncertain world that we live in with terrorism and everything else going on, they've chosen life in the military. And that's not an easy task. And to me, there is no greater honor than to serve this country. And she's going to be a Marine officer, and I know she's going to do an outstanding job. She's going to owe me a silver dollar, and I'll go salute her for the first time. So I know you're going to do great things in the Marine Corps. I wish you well. Good luck, Godspeed, and remain Semper Fidelis.
Two cadets I wanted to recognize quickly tonight with the Lieutenant Colonel Morgan Leadership Award. One embodied everything I've talked about was if you hustle, you give 100%, it will pay dividends. You will be better today than you were tomorrow. You're a good teammate. People want you on your team. They'll ask you to be part of your circles. You always have a job. You always have friends. This young man brought it every day. I'm better than I was yesterday. And I don't know if I went back over the 6 years, anyone that I'm more proud of the growth and development they've shown. This is a young man that's getting ready to go off to Emory-Riddle University and do great things. Stephen Zimmerman, I'm awfully proud to give you this award in my name. I don't think you've had this kid come up here yet because I saved this one for last. I consider this young man to be the best teammate I've ever seen and ever known. and he's really smart. He's got 10 state championship rings. He came to ROTC every day, contributed, never big time anybody. He writes about stuff like, I don't even know, he's going to be some kind of mad scientist. He could have been an admiral, he could have been a general. Like I said, I talked to his cross-country coach. He told me, Stephen Larson is the best teammate I've ever known. He's going to run varsity cross-country at the University of Kentucky. And in his last state meet, he personally took the baton and darn near last place and carried his team to the state title in the 4x800. Stephen, if you're here, would you please come up and receive this? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your indulgence tonight. I want to thank you for being here. I want to talk to the students real fast before I say one last thing. We talk about the importance of environment all the time. Environment kind of sets you up for what you can and can't do. Some people have to overcome environment. If your parents are here when you go home, thank them for the environment they provide you. It'll make a difference. They give you the opportunity to go out and do great things. So I ask you to remember that, particularly you seniors as we get close to graduation. Also like to thank a couple parents. Mrs. Kruger, it's the first semester we haven't had a Kruger in 6 years. Thank you for all you've done. Since you don't have any kids next year, if you want to come and get some more, I really appreciate it. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. I know the kids, your leadership means a lot to them as well. Thank you. I'd personally like to thank Kelly and Mike Klaus, who would have shot me before this, but they've supported this program in a lot of ways. They've helped us financially. Anything we needed, they've done it. They made sure their son was there. We would not be the program without your personal support and what you've given to your son. I want you to know how much I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, just last thing, I got a scorecard here. It's really the only thing I wrote down for a note because I knew I'd forget it. You know, sometimes in life there's waypoints in life where things happen. You graduate, you get married, you do this, you have this, and you say that marks a demarcation point. Well, that's one for us tonight. So here's the scorecard. This one person does the drill team, the color guard, manages supply, fiscal, and handles our money, fundraising, schedules the cookouts and movie nights, holds the staff meetings, schedules our drill meets, and organizes this banquet. That's one side of the ledger. Here's the other side of the ledger. This other person coaches the golf team and sometimes shows up on time. I'm not exaggerating. The problem is one of those two is leaving. Sergeant Major's leaving us after this school year to go, and he has a great opportunity to get his family back home to the school he grew up in. Everybody knows that he's been a backbone of the program, which is great. It's been an honor for me to be his partner for 6 years. And if you ask the principal and some of the teachers, they would tell you that the best classes to take are AP classes. I disagree with that. The kids that take AP classes, they teach themselves. The coaches teach them, they just roll out the book and they teach themselves. If you want to have the best education and prepare for your life in the future, you were on the drill team. Matter of fact, you were one of the people who were drill team commander because you spent hours with this man. He taught you everything you knew about preparing for life. And I look at the people that are here from our drill teams past and prior cadets. They're not here to see me. They're here to honor Sergeant Major. And I always talk about, you ask the cadets, what's the basic fundamental of leadership, the basic bond? They'll say trust and mutual respect. I think his relationship with those kids embodies that more than anything, trust and mutual respect. It's a two-way street, and that relationship embodied. Sergeant Major, working with you, helping build this program to what it is, has been the honor of my life. I'm going to miss you. God knows what I got to do here. I thank you for what you've done. You've been selfless. You've made my life so easy. And Shelby, are you back there? If you could, I think they put one little thing together for you.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this dance and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. Unpredictable, but in the end it's right. You had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
He gets to get a speech, but first we're going to present him with some stuff. Stuff and thing. So, this is just on behalf of the unit and on behalf of the school. All these is done for us. And all the things we set up to do here. Okay, I gotta talk loud. This isn't working. Mr. Page, you got it. Okay, yeah. So, I'm just gonna repeat what I just said. So this is on behalf of the school, on behalf of the unit. Thank you for everything you have done, everything you've set up. You know, it's not him doing it, but he set up for it to happen and to continue to happen in the future. And then I think JW has something for him. So she's gonna pull that out. Maybe it'll work. Drum roll. Drum roll. Drum roll. So the colonel asked for Len and I to speak on behalf of the unit about you, so. No, you can stand there. It's cool. So, I don't know, Shelby, that song is a little misleading. It's good riddance. That is the exact opposite of what I'd describe this at. It's been mentioned earlier that this banquet is a goodbye, but it's also a new beginning. And that's kind of what we see here. Sergeant Major is going back to his old high school, where he served as his unit's CO many a year ago. If you don't know, he's 29. He's been 29 for 21 years, so you can do the math. So he's going back home, and we mentioned this before, but he's so selfless and so dedicated to this unit. This was something that he's always planned on doing, but has held off on doing until the unit, this unit that he established, has gotten on its feet. And so you see again just how dedicated and selfless this man is, as he has time and time again put others before himself. And finally he can put himself first to go home. And so for that I want to say thank you, and we're forever grateful.
So there weren't many people here at the Top 20 banquet, but one of the things I said was common with all the teachers there, and Sergeant Major was one, was that they all have something in common with each other, and it's that they all take a personal interest in their students, and that's something very important in high schools for a teacher to decide to actually care for their students and show that they care, and not just be a teacher who teaches them the same things every day. I can't tell you how many weekends Sergeant Major would text me asking if I had run. He would take me to the track for days when the colonel couldn't go with me and help me run and get better with running. He would run the trails with Higgins, helping her get better to prep her for the academy as well. And I think that's rare to find in a teacher. It's rare to find in someone who has no cartilage in his knees to go run with you, put through the pain just to help you get better. And I think that speaks a lot about Sergeant Major, and I know the school's gonna miss him, we're all gonna miss him, and sad to see you go, sir.
I told Higgins not to, it's not about me, it's about the cadets tonight, so, what? I know, the colonel has something to do with it. But I do thank you all. It's been a great 6 years. It wasn't an easy decision. Me and my wife just wanted to eventually move back home. So the opportunity presented itself. So that's why we kind of do what we're doing. What I will miss are the cadets, the school, and working with Lieutenant Colonel Morgan wherever he's at. I don't know. But, sir, you're... most times I spend about 2 years in one place. That's the way the Marine Corps works, and I move. So when I hit my 2-year mark here, I'm like, man, it's time to go somewhere. But kind of calmed down and stayed here and kind of liked this thing. And I always knew, you know, when I was in ROTC as a high school student for 4 years, and my goal was to become a Marine, accomplished. My goal was to become a drill instructor, accomplished twice. My goal eventually was to become a first sergeant major, accomplished. Then my goal was to become an ROTC instructor. And I just want to kind of give back. I knew that I'm still in contact with my ROTC instructor today, Master Gunner Sergeant Fred Smith, who made an impact on my life. And that's why I joined the Marine Corps. And I want to be like him. So I try to give back, you know, but it's about the cadets working the hours as well. I'm not here by myself working the hours. And I know that scorecard that the colonel had is, I think it's kind of off. He does a lot more than he lets on. He's one officer that, and I tell my friends this too, most of the time you go out to any parade day and there'll be one instructor out there, which is usually the enlisted guy, because that's what we do. And but you come out of practice, unless it's golf season, because he coaches the girls' golf team, and he's out there. He's trying to help, he's working on pivots, doing something, and or he's working with the first year trying to make things better. So he don't have to stay all those hours. He chooses to, and that doesn't go unnoticed by myself and the cadets. I'd say he probably teaches about 95% of the classes while I'm out doing other things behind the scenes, but he's definitely got a gift. I mean, I just like sitting in his classroom and listening to him talk. And I worked with lieutenants all the way up to general officers. And I've worked with the future commandant of the Marine Corps who's getting ready to take over General Berger as my last duty assignment. And I would say, sir, you rate right there with all of them. Your leadership, your friendship, and your mentorship. I will miss you, I'll miss this program, and I'll miss the cadets and the parents. Thank you for all your support. I will definitely miss you all, but I wish you the very best. So, as we say in the Marine Corps, good luck, Godspeed, and always remain Semper Fidelis. I'll miss you all.
Hey, somebody took my wallet.
That's all right. I just got your shoulder.